private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece. Body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Tigers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he'll pull it down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Henry. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Wisnowski set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Tigers 3, Packers nothing.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
46, boy, 46. 46 to Mike. Come. 43. 19, Mike. 6. Mike, 46.
Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Henry on the carry.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He finds an opening past the 40. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
He was taken down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They set up the screen for Henry. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And Ingram hauls it in. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On the run, he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
9-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. A fairly short kick from the 14. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Wisnowski set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts, rolling to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And his kick is right through.
Packers 20, Tigers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got him.
To number 22.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because... There hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, here's Hurts, rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Stop your whining. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Under 10, 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... They got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 31. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Tigers.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Packers' 8-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
Marr able to put this one through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
32-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go play action with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A 1st down carry for Henry. He's to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Henry. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's Carter now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And Mahomes opting to keep this one. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And on now is the punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That's taken on the 25. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
51 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to sling this deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Packers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.